didn't leave us alone just by encountering us. He sent help. I still remember during circuit breaker, right? It was a pain for me to think of what to even eat. My parents and my in-laws, but they just cooked and then they would just deliver food to our doorstep. And to just say, eat lah, make sure you are fed. Feed the girls, feed yourselves. And it was such a comfort. Now as I look back, I didn't have to worry so much about meals. We could just have food coming to us. That was such a great relief. And I had a handful of friends who just stood by me. I remember the first thing my sister did when I came home after the funeral and the cremation service. She texted me and said, "Hey Dad, I know it's circuit breaker and we can't meet, but how about if you want, we could set a time in the day, every day. I could just sit we could do video call or whatever it is. I could just listen to you. You could just talk to me and show me how you feel." I remember I was so touched because with that kind of love. I mean, she was caring for my nephew then, who was only just six months old, and she's just busy, but she took that time to do that. And I had another friend, Florence, also from our church. I still remember she came. She was the very first face I saw when I was in NUH and after I had delivered and I was just lying on the hospital bed after my C-section surgery. My family couldn't come because they were helping with looking after my girls. It was the beginning of COVID season. They didn't allow visitors. My husband was with Caleb in the NICU, and honestly I felt very lonely. I was just there. Suddenly, she called, she texted like, "Hey, can I come?" I said, "Yes, there's nobody here." So she came. And she came with a box of, I always tell her, it's a box of muffins that I'll remember for life. Those muffins not only just brought me comfort, but it fed me when I was very, very hungry. And just having a friend coming and saying, "I'm here." And even after Caleb passed away, she would text me every day, "How are you? Let's talk. I'm here. You can just say anything you want." And I have another mummy friend I got to know who's not from our church. Her name's Su Wei. Amazing lady. She will come to my doorstep and leave things that I need. I remember I said I didn't have enough of tubes and feeding test tubes for Caleb's milk and all. She said, "Don't worry, I will get them for you. You just text me what you need." And in a few hours time, it was just at my doorstep. Yeah, and after Caleb passed away, she told me, she said that, "Hey, I can't be with you because it's circuit breaker, but I am crying with you behind the screen." And then she'll text me every day as well. I think I wouldn't have come so far if not for these people. I might have crumbled, I don't know. It was a very, very alienating and lonely period to grieve behind closed doors. But thank God for these sisters that the Lord brought along. And there were two more sisters I remember who made a huge difference in my children's lives. Two of them were Lydia, who's from our church, and Sarah, my friend back from law school. And they just got children's books about grief. So many of them, you'd be amazed at the stack of books that just came delivered to my place. And those I felt that saved my kids' lives in a way that they were able to find so much solace and so much comfort in reading such stories. To understand, they were so young, right? They didn't understand how come Caleb's here and then what happened to him, and then everybody says he's in heaven now, but what does it mean? So those stories actually brought so much, many answers to them. I was better able to process because I had these grief stories for children, and we could use those stories to talk more about Caleb, and it helped so much. And I thank God for them, because if they hadn't gone that extra mile to do what they did, I think my family would be struggling even more. As I look back right now, I think God is so good because He brings people and He provides for our needs just as when He needs it. He didn't just say, "Hannah, my presence is enough for you. I can provide you love and that peace, but I know you need much more." And He came and He gave through friends, it fulfilled our physical needs. If you ask me how do I find God now, so it's been 2 years since Caleb has left. I have come to realize and accept that sorrow and joy can actually coexist. So before I had Caleb, I always thought it just feels very wrong to feel sad. Especially when you're around with sad people, right? You always feel like, you must cheer up. Don't be sad lah. Let's do something happy. But I think it's so important, and my friends have shown me that it's okay to be around someone who is sad. And you can also find joy in doing things in life at the same time. So being sorrowful, being joyful is not a form of defeat. There's nothing wrong. It's absolutely normal. There are days where things seem to go around exactly the same as before. There are days where I do feel much more down than others. But I must say that I think God is healing our hearts. Slowly and restoring the broken pieces. And there is still hope. There is still hope. I think because of what He has shown to me and my family through Caleb, we can now better give to others and better give to people who are in need and who are hurting. I would have never known how painful it is to lose a newborn baby until I go through it myself. And just want to tell anybody who is listening to this that first, it is okay to be angry with God. It is okay to tell Him how you feel. It's most important to wrestle it out. Don't hide your feelings, because God already knows how you feel even before you say it. But just saying it out takes you deeper in your walk with Him. So wrestle it out with God until God gives you an answer. And the second thing is, it's okay to feel sad. You might have gone through a loss of someone, or you know someone who's going through a loss. It's okay to let that person be sad. It's okay for you to be sad, but to remember that there is always hope. There's hope in Jesus. There's hope in the risen Savior. And despite the sadness that you're going through, you can still find joy and peace in God and in God's community. And the most important thing is, don't ever close yourself up. Just go out there and say, hey, I need help if you need, and go out there and receive the love of God and the love from God's people.